Hello everybody, welcome back to CK Shave and Fragrance. I'm Clay Knight, and thank you for joining me tonight. I'm going to be doing a video tonight that is a review video featuring a couple of products that were sent to me for review by a company that goes by the name of AJORD or AJORD. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce it. It's AJORD. They are out of Pakistan, and they are manufacturing these razors in Pakistan according to a company rep who reached out to me and clarified a couple of things. So they are designing and building these razors and brushes in Pakistan. I don't know if the materials are, locally sourced or any of that, but it's what I would consider an economy brand. They're not building high-end, handmade, really tightly machined, expensive razors and brushes. These are mass-produced and marketed to the masses as affordable shaving options. So I'll get into real quickly what they sent me. I did do a first impressions video. You can go back and look at that if you want to see that. But they sent me two razors. The first of which is what they call the long handle slim. And as you can see, it has a long, slim handle. It says for ladies and men, especially those with larger hands. Although for me personally, I don't care for a long, skinny handle. The heads on the two razors are identical. It's just a difference in the handle. But real quickly, I do want to point out a criticism. The very first criticism I have, and I apologize because it's a little bit steamy in here, so I have to wipe this down to hopefully show this on camera. I think they need to pay closer attention to their quality control, because right out of the package, see if you can see it, there, kind of shows there, right in here, you can see that the plating is bubbling already. This razor is brand new, it's never been used, but the plating on this razor is bubbling up. So that's quality control, and cheap materials. So these are going to be a nickel alloy, metal under here that's chrome plated. But with bubbling like that, it will be no time at all before that starts to chip off, and then you're going to get corrosion and the razor will be dead. Okay, so this won't be getting used. As far as I'm concerned, this is trash. So that's my first criticism. Now, someone else pointed out to me in one of the groups on Facebook that this looks to them like a DE89 clone, which it very well could be. I don't own a DE89 to make a comparison. I did look at some pictures. It does look, pretty similar. This has like a concavity on the bottom of the head. I couldn't find a picture of a DE89 to see if that matches as well. But the bottom plate, the scallops, the shape, basic, but it's a basic, well-known design. I mean, this is not anything innovative as far as shaving goes, but we're going to give it a run tonight and see how it shaves. This is the one I will be using. This is what they call the finger step handle, and I was informed that this handle is made from stainless steel, so that's a step up. The handle, and it feels like it is. It's solid, it's heavy, feels like a decent quality handle, and I like the shape of it. I like the steps here, these, and they give you a really good place to grip. The knurling is really good on this handle. It feels sturdy and grippy, and it's fat, and I like the way it fits in my hand. So that, I like the handle on this one. This is the one I chose. This is the one that I asked them to send me. They sent me the other one without letting me know, and so I have it, but I won't be using it. It's just not to my taste. So the head on this razor is identical to the other, except there is no bubbling of the chrome on this one. It has their logo on it, AJORD. I loaded this up with a Gillette PermaSharp blade, because I like those blades. I think they perform well in most razors, and we're going to give it a go. You know, there's pretty average blade exposure, pretty narrow blade gap. I expect it to be, you know, a fairly mild shaver, but we're going to find out. The tabs do overhang slightly, so if that bugs you, that's something you might want to know. But, you know, we're going to give that a go. The rest of the gear I'll be using is some high quality gear that I know performs well, that I enjoy. So we're going to be using Kaw Vor V or Vor 5. I don't know if, I think it's Vor V, but it could be Vor 5 for all I know. This is very similar to like a Tom Ford Tuscan leather, but I find it to be smoother, a little sweeter. The raspberry note is a little more forward. I actually like it better than Tom Ford Tuscan leather. Really good scent. This is the Sierra base. In my opinion, maybe the best base on the market. This is just some of the best soap that money can buy. There's a lot of other soaps that I like a lot, but I really love their base. I think that the Sierra base is just phenomenal. It's one of the best there is. I have the matching splash. I have the matching balm. And my fragrance for the evening to match with this set is La Yakawam Pour Homme. This is, again, essentially a dupe of Tom Ford Tuscan leather, except like the Vor V, the raspberry note is a little more forward. It's a little smoother. I actually like this better than Tom Ford, you know, and at a fraction of the cost. It feels and smells very high quality. Presentation's nice on this, and it's just a very enjoyable fragrance. Matches perfectly with Vor V. I know that Holy Cow does have a Vor V EDT and EDP that you can purchase to match this set, but this is what I chose, and I like it a lot. The Tom Ford Tuscan leather, just real quickly on a tangent, to me has like a dusty, dry note in it that sort of mutes the raspberries and brings it down, and so it's not as bright, and to me it's just not as pleasurable of an experience, especially during the dry down. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. The brush that AJORD sent me is their chrome handle shaving brush. Has their logo on the bottom, a knurled chrome, a nickel alloy, I'm assuming, handle with a synthetic knot. They said this does come, you can get this in a best badger, a silver tip badger, which I did not see on the site when I ordered it. Otherwise I would have asked for a silver tip badger, because that's my preference. But this is their synthetic, and it comes in this synthetic and an all black synthetic, I think he said. So there are some options with this. The brush handle's, you know, not bad. It feels good in the hand. It's pretty heavy. Looks nice. You know, it looks good. It's not a bad. I don't see any flaws in this one, so that's good. You know, I just thought it was odd that, you know, they're sending some stuff out for review, for testing, to someone who they knew was going to put this on YouTube, and they didn't even check the package closely enough to see that one of the razors that they sent me had a big flaw in the head. I mean, I noticed it, you know, after I shot my video, because I hadn't inspected it super closely. I inspected the one that I asked for more closely, but the head on the other one is the one that was funky. So that's just, you know, my thoughts on that. But in a good way, it sort of gives you an idea into the company, because they're new and they're learning, and hopefully they'll take this as constructive criticism. I'm not trying to bash them in any way. I don't think that that's constructive. I think that criticism should be meant to aid them in fixing problems. So something they need to look at going forward is their quality control. Don't let that stuff slip out to the consumer, because it doesn't look good. Creates a after purchase headache. You know, the consumer is going to contact you, they're going to want a refund, or they're going to want an exchange. It just creates a bad taste in the mouth of the consumer. So that's just, you know, something that they're going to want to avoid if they want to be successful and become a player in this industry, which is, you know, not massive when you compare it to like cartridge razors and things like that, but there is a market here, and it's growing, and it's becoming more and more popular. more and more people are beginning to do traditional wet shaving again using DE razors, and so if they want to capitalize on this market, they're going to need to come with a little bit better quality. I think they would do much better to start offering another level up on their razors, a full stainless version. You know, these razors are pretty cheap. I think they sell them at about, you know, $25 or $30. They could easily offer a stainless version for $20, $30 more, and I think they would, you know, sell those. So, and then as far as it being a clone of another razor, that I can't confirm, but it's not uncommon or unheard of. So, getting this lathered up. That's some creamy, milky, just silky, smooth, very nice lather. The brush works great. It's really, you know, it's got some pretty good backbone to these bristles, and it's whipping up a great lather. Most synthetics lather really well. You know, they're not usually lather hogs. They don't usually absorb, you know, they don't absorb water the way a natural bristle does. So they tend to lather quite well. And so I think that lather is going to be good. No pre-shave because I don't think it's necessary with Holy Cow. That's thick, creamy lather right there. You know, I probably could have added a little more water to that, but it should still work. So we're going to get into it. Let's see how it goes. So first little stroke there. As I suspected, this is a very mild razor. So much so that I'm going to go straight directly against the grain. But it's comfortable. I like the handle. It feels weighty and substantial in my hand. I don't need to apply any pressure. The weight of the razor is plenty. So, cheeks are feeling pretty good. Pretty darn smooth. It's definitely doing its job. So, first thoughts and impressions so far. Perfectly functional and usable razor. Quite mild. looks pretty good as far as its aesthetic. I do wish they offered a stainless steel version to go with this stainless steel handle. I really like this handle. So whether or not I continue to use this razor or not, I'll likely toss this handle on another razor. But so far, I've got no reason to not use this razor again. Because at the end of the day, what are we all looking for when we shave? We want to remove the hair. We want it to be comfortable. This razor is definitely comfortable. Despite being quite mild feeling, it seems to be fairly efficient. You know, I'm taking off about 24 hours of growth, so nothing crazy. I shave every day. You know, so I can't say how it would handle heavier growth, but you know, I have a fairly dense growth. It's not sparse. You know, I have a lot of hair that grows on my face. I can grow a very full beard if I choose to. It grows way down here on my neck, all the way down to here. So, I have a sensitive neck, and so far this hasn't, you know, given me a bunch of weepers and irritation on my neck, which is nice. I'm going to go in for this second pass on the neck. I have this sideways growth pattern here. Sorry about that. So I have to go this way for my against the grain. Sort of has like a waviness all the way across this side, and then down, dips down in a weird way here. Got a full circular cowlick on this side. So I got to kind of attack it from multiple angles. But so far, I've got nothing bad to say about the quality of this shave. The residual slickness for Holy Cow is just off the charts. It's ridiculous how slick this base is. This is a fairly mild razor. I am going to have to go in for a little cleanup here on this spot, which is kind of always my trouble spot. A little here maybe. Everywhere else feels smooth. I do see one tiny little weeper here, but that's not uncommon for me. Because like I said, I got these weird growth patterns, and the hairs grow like super sideways to the skin. So they're very difficult to get certain areas all the way smooth unless I go that like full against the grain pass. And when I do that, especially if I move a little too fast, it'll catch one, and as it pulls that hair up, it pulls the skin up with it, and then it'll leave a little weeper, which happens sometimes for me. I get a little anxious and just kind of move a little too fast. If I move real slow in those areas, I can avoid those weepers. So I see a few little weepers opened up. Let's see. But that is one smooth shave. Oh, right here under my chin line, under my jawline right here. Kind of missed that. I didn't really hit it on the second pass here. All right, so that's done. That's a done shave right there. That's smooth. That's BBS. That was comfortable. I've got nothing bad to say about the quality of that shave from this razor. I lied. I got one little spot right here that I didn't quite get it. And this is where I go real slow against the grain. This is where I have that swirly cowlick right here. There, got it. Done. BBS, super smooth. AJORD razor. Handle's great. I love this handle. It's very nice, chunky. Got the step downs for the fingers. Good knurling, stainless steel handle. Very nice. Head is mild, works good. Had no issues with it. Performed fine for me. At the price point that they're selling this for, I think that it's a good value. This is not a bad razor at all by any means. If you're a beginner and you want a decent razor at a decent price, I can say with confidence that you will get some good shaves out of this razor. It looks nice, it feels nice in the hand, and it shaves well. It's mild enough. I think it could be good for a beginner. And you know, I'm by no means some seasoned expert, but I've developed enough technique and I've been doing it long enough now on a daily basis that I feel like I can confidently say that I'm proficient. And even for a proficient shaver, this performed just fine. Good shaver, good razor. The brush performed very well. You know, it did what it's supposed to do. It whipped up a good lather. The knurling could be a bit grippier on this handle, but overall it looks nice and it works good. And so for the price of this, not a bad handle if you like a metal style handle with a chrome finish to match your razor. You know, this looks nice in the bathroom, in your shave den, on display, by the sink. You know, if you're a simple person and maybe you just want one set that matches, it's not a bad choice. It works good. They sent me this stuff to review free of charge. It's not going to change my opinion. I still, you know, pointed out the flaws and the things that I feel like they need to change. I got one little weeper right here, you know, but that's not the fault of the razor. That's the fault of the user. One little one over here. So what we're going to do, got our alum. I'm going to run that over. So that was a nice mild shaver. You know, and I know because there's very little sting from this alum other than on the couple of little spots that opened up. But that's not uncommon for me to get a couple on my neck. I got a sensitive neck, and you know, overall I'm pretty happy with that shave. So, recap of the razor and brush. I think a good value for the price. I think they need to work a little bit on quality control coming out of the center to their, you know, to their retail customers, to make sure that they're not getting anything with bubbles in the chrome plating, because that chrome plating is very important on a nickel alloy razor. It's the only thing preventing the water and soap and everything from getting into the metal and starting corrosion and just killing a razor really quickly. So all, you know, inexpensive razors that have that nickel alloy underneath are eventually going to wear out. They're just not going to last forever. This is not like an heirloom piece that's going to last a lifetime. But all in all, not a bad razor. And I do give it, you know, thumbs up as far as its ability to shave. Got a smooth, comfortable shave from it. Aside from a couple of weepers, which is my fault. So that's my 2 cents on the AJORD razor and brush. You know, I'll put the link to their site in the description, and you can check them out if you so choose. I am in no way affiliated with the company. I get nothing from the company as far as a kickback or any kind of incentive if you buy. So do what you wish, make a decision for yourself. This video is simply for your entertainment and to give my personal opinion on the products that they sent me. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and get my head shave done, then I'll do my post shave afterwards. So I will leave you here. Until next time, be well, be blessed, and be kind to one another. Peace.